everyone. My name is Stephanie, and today we'll be looking at another function in Microsoft Excel. It's another logical function, which is SUMIF or SUMIFS. Okay, so just like the name sounds, it says sum this particular thing if it meets this particular condition. All right. So the difference between SUMIF and SUMIFS is just like in COUNTIF and COUNTIFS. If you have just a particular range and just one criteria, you use SUMIF, and if you have more than one, you use SUMIFS. Okay, so let's find. Now I have the sales for the year 2019. Okay, I have the month, the items sold, quantity, unit price, and then the amount. Before I start, I would like to show you something. I'll just delete this and I'll show you something. Excuse me. I'll just select this and I'll delete all of them once. Just press the delete key on the keyboard. Okay. Now in Microsoft Excel, because all the shoes have the same price, okay, they have the same price irrespective of the color. So all I need to do is I have typed 1,500 naira here. So remember, we're talking about currency. So I'll select this column and then go to the dollar sign. Remember, we've done all this. If you've been following, you will know what I'm doing. So I'll select currency, remember, and then I'll select the currency I need. Sorry, that's not it. I am looking for my naira. So I'll just look for naira and select it quickly. Just few minutes. I think it's somewhere. I'll find it, don't worry. So I'm looking for the Nigeria currency, to be precise, naira. Igbo naira. Okay, that's it. There we go. Okay. So now this is all I have. Remember, decimal places. How many decimal places do you want? I think I'm okay with 2. So I'll just say okay. So everything I type into this column will have the naira sign. So if I select this, because all other shoes, they have the same price. So I don't need to worry because this is the unique price. So instead of typing them one after the other, all I'll do, you remember the small box by the right side where you click to drag when you're dealing with formula for the systems calculator? Oh, that's the same box we need to use now. So place your cursor on it. Can you see it has changed into a plus sign? So you left click and you drag it down all the way down to the last row, and automatically the system will take up that particular amount, the particular whatever it is, the data you typed into the first cell. It will just duplicate everything for you. Are you following? So likewise, when you're typing, there are some things that the system already knows what comes after. Something like typing the months of the year. So if I type something like, for instance, January, I think I got right. If I type January, can you see? Okay, now if I go to this small box here and drag it down, see what's happening. The computer will just fill it up. So I have February, March, April. After December, it will start again. So the computer already knows what comes after this. So anytime you need to type the months of the year, you don't need to type all of them one after the other. Just type January and then you drag it down. Others will just be filled in. All right. So now today, before I start, I'll be calculating the amount. How do you do this? Remember, to calculate the amount, that means I am multiplying the quantity with unit price. So if you've been following my class, you will know that this is the product. Product in mathematics means multiplication, kind of. So my number 1 is the quantity, and my number 2 is the unit price. That is what I am calculating for. So that's what I have. And remember also, this is a currency column. So I'll just select my currency. Okay, I'll do that quickly. I just want to show you everything so you will know when a particular thing you're learning will be useful. Okay. Okay, so remember when I said 2 decimal places, this is what it means. Can you see? Dot 00. So that's 2 decimal places. Okay, so because it's a formula, remember, just find one formula and then you drag down, others will be calculated automatically. Can you see? Okay, so now let's go to SUMIF. So my first thing says sum this if it's a white shoe. So I want to know the total of white shoes, the amount we made selling white shoes in the year 2019. Are you following? So how do you do this? This is where I want my answer to be. So I'll just say, remember, every formula starts with the equal sign. So I'll do equal to, and then I'll type SUMIF. I'll double click. Now the first thing is the range. Okay, the range means where you're getting whatever it is you're adding from. Okay, so now in this situation, our range would be pink shoe to white shoe. That's the range. That is where we can find white shoe. And remember, to separate, you have a comma, and the criteria itself is white shoe. This is exactly what we're looking for. And then I'll have another comma. And finally, the sum range. Okay, the sum range. The sum range means where the computer is getting what it is adding up. Don't confuse it. The first one is just a range where the criteria can be found. And the sum range is the range where the computer will find the sum to add up, the items to add up. All right. And in this case, this is where we want the system to get it from. This is because we want to add up the amount we made from selling white shoes from January to December in the year 2019. I hope this is very clear, and I'll close that bracket and enter. Beautiful. So automatically the system calculates this. Can you see? So it's telling us that we made 168,000 naira. Wow, that's a lot of money. So very simple. So we'll go down quickly and see how SUMIFS works. Okay, so I'll type equal to, and then I'll select SUMIF. Now in SUMIFS. Yeah. Now in SUMIFS, the first thing you need to select is the sum range. If you look down here, you will see we have the sum range before the criteria range. Okay, so now where will the system get the items or the amount to add up? Of course, it's under here. So I'll select the sum range, which is this. Okay, and then I have a comma. Now the first criteria, which is white shoes. Where is the criteria range one? Here. Okay, this is the criteria range one, and this is what we are looking for, white shoes. Okay, and then I have another comma, then the criteria range to the month. Okay, so I'll select this, and what we are looking for is January. That's all I need, and then I'll close the brackets. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to add up the amount we made from selling white shoes in January only. Okay, so this is the formula. So first of all, you select the sum range, which is where the system picks the amount, the money to add up, and then you select the criteria range for the first criteria, which is white shoe. You'll select the range from here. Okay, put a comma, select the criteria, put a comma, and then select the second criteria range, which is the month, put a comma, and then you select the criteria and close the brackets. And that's it. Beautiful. So what the system is telling us is that in January, we made 6,000 naira from just selling white shoes. Let's quickly confirm that. So we have January here from row 3 to row 6. Okay. So how many white shoes did we sell in January? Can you see? The first one is pink, the second one is red. So we have white, white. And how much are they each? Okay, 1515, and we sold two quantity each. So what we have here is 3,000. What we have here is 3,000. So the system has picked that up, added it up, and then give us the answer, which is 6,000 naira. Hope this is very clear and hope it really helps. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Stephanie. Thank you. Bye.